Hi everybody, welcome to the Nate's Art Lab video for the month of February. We are using palette knives and I am going to do I guess you would call it like an Australian Floetrol swipe kind of style painting, which is one of my favorite kinds of paintings to do, and I've been meaning to get back to using my palette knife, so this was a good chance. So I'm just going to show you my colors real quick before we get onto the above the canvas for the piece. So I'm going to do a gradient background in shades of purple. I am going to put all of this in the description. I just want you to know that basically my gradient background is this, and this. However, I tested it once and it was really dark. So I've added a bit of titanium white into this and this. And as part of the original mixing process, I added a little of this into that. So I've lightened these two colors to get a little closer to this one. The colors on the top of the gradient background for swiping are going to be this Pour'age Posse paint called Deep Lagoon Shimmer. This is Golden's Alizarin Crimson and Amsterdam Titanium. I keep saying that. Turquoise blue. And I will say I also lightened this one and this one just a little bit. This one also has a specific mixing instructions that I received when I received the paint. And so I mixed this paint as it said on the instructions. All the rest of the paints are mixed with 50% Floetrol, 50% Liquitex Pouring Medium, and water to get the consistencies equal to each other. I am going to be swiping with Titanium White from Amsterdam, Cell Activator mixed with Australian Floetrol 1 to 3. And I did test this piece out actually using my swipe catalyst to be pearl white from Amsterdam, mixed 1 to 3 also with the Australian Floetrol, but I didn't like it. So we're going to just go back to regular old white, and you guys let me know. At the end of this video, I will show you the test piece. You'll see the colors are made way darker, and then the pearl I didn't feel showed up enough to make it worth using. I think it would be better to use the pearl swipe maybe with some different things. So we'll get back to that one. I won't let it go to waste. All right, let's get started. Okay, so we're going to do a gradient base, which I'm going to use my palette knife to sort of mix up and combine. So I'm going to do the 3 colors of purple, and then I'm going to mix them together with the palette knife. And there's no reason for the turntable other than access. Just allows me easier access when I'm swiping. We're not going to spin anything out here today, so that's it. Okay. Well, let's hope we have enough paint. So okay. So for this part, I'm just going to use a palette knife with nothing on it to spread and sort of combine this paint together to make sort of that gradient look. So I'm just going to give a little up here to sort of spread it near to the edge. And then I'm going to move down. And when I come into the second color, I'm going to sort of move back up a little and then down some more. And down into the third color. Oops, scraping the bottom a little. I don't want to do that. And then push all of this down a little further. And I don't really want to push it over the edge as much until I'm ready to tilt it over the edge. So I probably want to add a little bit of this. This middle color sort of got lost, so let's give a little more of that. And let's just oh yeah, I have like a shorter, so I'm gonna just get a smaller for this middle area so I don't. All right, well that's good. We're just gonna pop some bubbles in our little gradient base, and then I'm gonna lay down the colors. Now I think I want to start with this more greener color, and for this I'm gonna just do little strips of color. Now I'm going to be putting the red here, and I'm hoping that by putting that last, the darkness of the red, you know, will just be a trail off rather than coming over top of everything. And of course, because it's next to a color that has more blue in it than green, I am hoping that will keep me from making too much mud. This palette knife is going to be the right size. Okay, and I'm going to use the ability to move my canvas to help me with my swipe. So I'm going to load up with Australian Floetrol on the back of my palette knife. Cell activator on the knife. Tilt it a little bit more, maybe add a touch more. Needs a little bit more on the knife. Get good coverage across the knife. Just sort of tilting my knife like it's a canvas to spread the cell activator out. Okay? And we're gonna come on in here, and I'm gonna hold it, and I'm gonna swipe and move the canvas and my hand at the same time. Okay, that's gonna be pretty. Yeah, I definitely like the regular white better than the pearl white already. I really was kind of hoping the pearl white was going to just make this super cool effect, and it kind of didn't. But the white is doing what white typically will do with a swipe. It is obviously giving us the cells and lacing, and it's also tinting in some of the areas in a really lovely way. So I think I want to do a second set of colors, and I don't know where I want to go through because I like this, and I don't intend to tilt, you know, too much of that off. Obviously it's gonna have to go that way a little bit. And I like this. So I think I might just come through that big swath of red. And I hope that isn't ill-conceived, because I hope the red, I don't pull too much of that red that's sitting in there, like in here, in a way that I won't end up liking. But we're gonna go for it. So I might, just because I'm gonna come through this red, I might stick with my 2 blues instead of adding any red at all in there. So I think I'm gonna do that. So let's put a little strip of blue. Let's just make sure you're in frame. Okay, we're gonna put do I want to lead with the green? It's interesting. I led with the, did I lead with the blue last time? I don't even remember. I'd have to go back and look at the video. Let me lead with this lighter color, the bluer color this time. Okay. Okay. Just use the torch. And then same thing, I'm going to load up my palette knife. I wiped it off in between the 2 swipes because I want it to be clean and freshly loaded with my swipe catalyst. And I'm just gonna do same as before, tilt it out a little, just get it really even and covered all along the knife. Okay. Okay, here we go again. Just make sure you're in. Yep, okay. I'm gonna go right through the red and maybe up and over this way again. Or maybe I'll go through the red this way and we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Okay. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. Okay. Let's give a little of this. Little torch. And I think also I might just put a little bit of, you know, flow helper. Just a little help with the flow here. Okay. Okay, let's give it a tilt. I want to keep a bunch of this, so I think I might go just straight down on it. Oh boy, got a lot of weight, a lot of paint weight right there in that middle. I'm frustrated by this because I drip tested this paint and it's gonna roll over this part that I want to keep. and I may not have any choice. I might have to just let it because this composition isn't done. Oh, let's see here. Now we're gonna just try to dig out whatever this might be. Try not to cause a bigger mess. Oh, I got goops on it. It's never good to go in there with crap already on your tweezer. Get it good. Ooh, that was a big something. Glad I got that out. There's one over there as well. Yep, another big something. All right, be back in a minute. Here are the wet results. It's not dark outside yet, but these overhead lights are still a little bright. So we just need to see how this dries, and we'll come back with the dry results as soon as it's dry. Here are the dry results. Some very beautiful aquatic feeling lacing came through here with that turquoise. And this area, I think, just took a lot of the white that swiped through the background, which was really cool. Now, real quick, I'm going to show you the dry results of the first tester piece. This is the one where I used the pearl white swipe catalyst, and it's starting to actually show up better than initially I had discovered. And again, I'm not adverse to the darker colors. In fact, I actually like the darker colors, but this one just felt too dark to me initially, which is why I lightened some of the colors. But I definitely want to come back to the concept of a pearl white swipe catalyst. So stay tuned for that someday. Thanks for being here. Come back and paint with me again.